Hey guys, Mike Slane, the discount property investor, talking about another property that we were able to add to our portfolio for virtually nothing out of pocket, leveraging the BRRRR method. If you're interested in learning how we do this in more detail, check out our book on Amazon. It's called the BRRRR Method. I'm going to have a link below, bring you over there for Amazon or Audible. Or as always, you can join me on our YouTube channel, The Discount Property Investors. Like, subscribe to that, or check us out on our podcast, The Discount Property Investors. Lots of ways we are communicating with you guys, and hopefully you guys are getting some good content. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So this is a property that we purchased up in Florissant, Missouri. This is 2235 Central Parkway. Let's go ahead and change slides here. So we're looking at April 2018. We picked this one up for $62,500, which is not a bad price for a little 3-bedroom. I believe this is 1.5 baths. Had a half bath in the master bedroom. We estimated our total rehab time around 45 days and our total refinance time around 45 days. This one we thought we'd spend about $15,000 on, so we'd be able to make the property or increase the value of the property all the way up to $95,000. So 62 plus 15, that means we'd be into this one for about 77. We thought it'd be worth about 95. So it'd be a pretty close one. We'd be cutting it close on this one. And we thought we'd rent it for $1,200, which would be great cash flow, probably $400 a month or so on just cash flow on that one. So what was going on? Why did we get this one for such an under market price when, again, it was a property that was rented, so someone was living in it. So what the problem was is the tenant was under market rate, the landlord never increased it, the rent, and he wasn't paying regularly, wasn't paying on time. So someone inherited this property from, I think, their father, or maybe I'm not exactly sure the whole situation, but they basically got this tenant that wasn't holding their end of the bargain. They weren't paying rent to live in the property. So our options, when we bought it, we said, okay, we'll help you out. We'll buy this one for a decent price, fair price for you. Got to be a little bit of a deal for us so we can do some work on it. And we said, okay, we'll keep the tenant, but we're going to have to get a new lease with this tenant. We're going to enforce it. Or we're going to have to evict the tenant, and then we'll be able to increase the rent. So we purchased the property. We were not able to keep that tenant, unfortunately. Things escalated, and we had to evict that tenant, but we were able to do that pretty quickly, I'd say within the first 60 days or so. So we evicted this tenant, and then we were able to start our full rehab. Had the tenant stayed, we would have done some of the rehab while the tenant lived there. We've done that on other projects, and we continue to do stuff like that. So what did we do? We evicted the tenant. We had to upgrade all the flooring. I believe that some of it was hard surface already. We had to make sure that everything is solid surface because, again, when we turn these over, we don't want to be going back and messing with that. Then we also wanted to paint everything, bring everything up to code, and that's what we do. So it wasn't a huge flip. Oh, skipped our before photos here. Here we've got on the left, the front there, one of the basement, so nothing special down there, and then the kitchen. You can see kind of an older vinyl flooring on the kitchen and some older white cabinets. Again, could probably have kept them, but once we got in and started rehabbing it, we decided it was probably worth getting rid of. Here's some after photos. We've got one of the bedrooms. We've got our vinyl plank, white windows, and gray walls, our neutral stuff going on. Here's the bathroom. The tile didn't do much to it. Looks like we still needed to get the cleaning done and re-grout in that tub after that. But again, you can see, so we didn't replace that. We were able to keep it. We replaced this toilet, replaced the vanity, but the tile stayed. This is the family room area going back to the bedrooms. And again, we've got hard surface flooring everywhere in the house. Again, it's easy to take care of. The kitchen, we did end up replacing it. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, only 7 cabinets to replace that entire kitchen. Figure $300 a cabinet, it's still only $2,000 to get new cabinets in there. So very, very cost effective, which is why we ended up deciding, okay, let's just replace the cabinets. We're going to replace the countertop anyways. Let's just do it. So we did it, and it just looks, again, nicer. So nice and cleaned up. Another shot of a bedroom, and this was the second bathroom, I believe. Yes, because again, the other one had the saved tub. So yeah, this is a 2 full bath. I didn't even remember that. Thought it was a half. All right, so what did we do on this one? We ended up spending $16,000. Part of the reason we went over budget on this one, like I said, we did opt to replace that whole kitchen, which we probably did not have on our plan to begin with. The repairs put us at a total of $79,000 invested in this property, which is not too bad. When we were able to rent it for $11.95 a month, means we were able to cash flow $395 after our refinance and after all of our expenses, including property management. How do we cash flow $395? Well, we got an appraisal for $107,000. So we refinanced our money out. We created value in this property. We bought it for that $62,500, added $16,000 worth of improvements. We again just created value. I mean, improved that property. We could have sold it and made a little bit of money, but instead we capture that equity and we capture that monthly cash flow. So here is, I mean, just the summary. This is just the, the most important part, guys, of BRRRR. We're able to acquire assets for using little to none of our own resources or money. We capture equity, not profit, which is huge because you don't have to pay taxes on that equity, and we're cash flowing every month. So very, very powerful way to acquire assets. Real estate is one of the best tax advantaged investments you can find. Talk to your accountants about that. Again, the difference between income and creating equity or creating wealth, it's very, very different. When I have income, I have to pay taxes on it. When I create this equity, I don't have to pay taxes on it. It's only when I realize those gains. So it's a very cool way to build wealth using little to none of your own money. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out the links below or go ahead and check out the next case study.